Hello, Mermage here, and welcome to Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. I'll be taking Brother Exilion out. Well, welcome to a new game. This is actually a pretty old game, it's about a year old now, and it has mixed reviews on Steam. I don't really, well, for one reason that I can find out is it takes a while to find a match. So I'm going to start doing that while I go through everything. As you can see, it's set in the Warhammer 40k universe. There's a bunch of weapons, including chainswords, shields, bolters, plasmas, grav guns, and melter guns, which I currently have one of those. Oh yeah, and power gauntlets. Stalker bolters, las cannons, which are anti-tank weapons for the Chaos Space Marines and Space Marines, which you can play both, as well as Orks and Eldar. So far as I can tell, Eldar is pretty unpopulated, so yeah. Well, Chaos is a bit overpopulated, so they usually end up with a few more players than everyone else, and on top of that they have a couple of skills that makes them quite powerful. So we will see if we can pull off a victory. I'm hoping we can. Now my PC takes a while to load, usually loads up about when about 50% of the players have loaded, unless there's a bunch with slower PCs or just one with a really slow PC playing this. And I'm not last. Most of the time I am last loaded in, so I need to rush on. I have played this multiplayer, it's quite a lot of fun multiplayer. I'm gonna play with the Melter Face.
We shall star this world
Thing.
of abomination.
Yes, we will.
We are the flame of humanity.
I also have a melter gun now, so as you can see, I melted that. Ooh. It's just a texture, sadly. So, how many players do we have currently? We have so far the more players than they do. Reload here, and we need to defend the points. It's basically just normal conquest game mode, other than the fact that it's a Warhammer 40k universe. So, but we do that. Let's chuck a grenade over there. Oh, as you can see, you go down, they can execute you, or you can hold in space to stop that from happening. One problem I have with this is there is a current spam, because most people pay a little bit for the permanent premium. They have access to jump jets, which that guy was one, and the jump jet guys can actually jump like through the air, which makes them hard to shoot down, and also makes it hard to know exactly where they are. Why did this guy die? It makes them extremely hard to kill, essentially. Except when you get a melter gun on them, then they're kind of scared, I must admit. Melter guns do a lot of damage, but it took me about, I would say if I just went after the melter gun, it would have taken at least maybe 4 or 5 days of just grinding dailies. I'm gonna execute this guy because it killed my friend. No. If I can get behind cover, I have some allies. They can actually help me up, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's a sick ass circus street we got going.
Oh yeah, there's also voice chat. You can hear a lot of salty people sometimes on that voice chat. Like, you were supposed to help me, why didn't you? A few freak out sessions, stuff like that. Not too much though. Community is quite nice. If you tell them to purge the heretics, they will do so. The problem with a melter gun is close quarters. Though melee is a thing here, so... Oh, okay, I'm down. Help me!
You're not dead. Now move.
I forgive you for killing me.
Your aid is appreciated.
Now, I'm low on health. You have two types of health bars, essentially. You have armor, and then you have your actual health. So, your armor goes down first, which can regenerate. And then you have your shield, your health, which does not regenerate, but you do get medics that can regenerate. So it's not that big a problem. I'm just not seeing much of medics around. Ooh. At this point. Run! This is why I bought the melter gun. I have to go down. When you get behind somebody and you surprise them, oh, you can do so much damage. Come on, come on, come on. Of course. There's two of them. No, quickly. No, I got... They get extra experience for doing an execution, but I find it's generally better to just risk it and get executed. Because sometimes you just... Like, okay, I just ran straight in front of that guy. That was my fault. I must admit, that was my fault. I ran in front of him. Between two melter guns, it's up to who... oh, he has a double melter gun, so... That's a Devastator, so you get multiple classes. Let me go through the classes, okay? So you have your tactical, which can capture points. Then you have your Assault, close range assault, which are melee. And then you have your Devastators, which are your heavy weapons like Gatling guns, las cannons. Then you have your Sanguine Priest, which is your healer, which is quite useful. Now the entire thing is, and the reason why we don't really need to do much except for defend, is we need to stop them from capping the points, because when they cap the points they get time. Our only job is to hold them off until the timer runs out. So, like that, we can just basically hold the points, which seems quite easy, but it isn't. It isn't as easy as it seems all the time. We crawl back inside and get some help. Got some medic threw a healer grenade over here. Oh, my armor still has not regenerated, so I don't want to go outside too much. I'm not spend too much time outside. Oh, and they got me. Sadly, it's not like Planetside 2 where if your team has any spawn points, like mobile spawn points, you can use them. No, you can only use your squad's spawn point. My weapon is a bit less good than his. I can start using the melter cannon, the melter gun. I would have won, but using a melter gun is kinda hard, and when you're getting beaten. But overall, this game is a lot of fun. If you're into Warhammer 40k, I would suggest at least trying this game. It's currently free. This has a free demo on Steam. What I want to say. So yes, you can play it forever for free. The only thing is, you've got to, in order to unlock literally anything, and also 3 times the grinding ability, you need to pay about 195 rand, which is not that much, really. I would say in currency, American dollar is about $16-ish. It was 10 rand, it's about 16 rand, so it's about $10-ish. So it's not that expensive. And then you have a bunch of the in-game currency which you can then spend on buying unique items and stuff like that. I'll go through those once this match is done. Guy there. Go over to here. There's the enemy tank running. Luckily, I've got a melter gun. No. Need that quickly. Luckily, that was my transport, so I can just easily get back in. And melt the guy with that melter cannon. Ooh. And oh yeah, melter cannons do damage every time, so especially the double melter guns, which he has. Multi-melter guns, I should rather be calling them, because that's what it's actually called. I can help them hold C, because that is technically my job as a tactician. I can help them cap or hold. Sadly, I cannot heal because I don't have the medikit, but I can restore people's health. Go over here and see what I can see. 2 vehicles. Well, he didn't last long. Yeah, I must admit, nobody can last long against multiple opponents. It's one of those things, it doesn't work out. Go after that guy because he was healing the frontline melee. Just going to bleed out just so that they can't get a execution. Because you do get accommodations for executions. Luckily we only need to hold for 1 minute more, and then we win. Against the Chaos, which is very rare. It's kinda hard using a melter gun in close quarters to allies. Because it's just one of those things, it's kinda hard not to burn your allies. Just be calling some
We walk the way of death.
tanks can kill you quite quickly, by the way, as you can see from our current health bar. I'm just gonna try and hide here. Or quickly regenerate some health. It's okay attacking his own tank. No, now there's 5 minutes back on the clock. It'll take him time to get through there. Oh, didn't take him long enough. Another capping C as well. It might be going downhill from here. Because if we can't recap all those, at least 2 of the spots, dude, it's over. You need to hold C, and then turn. Not sacrificing too much. Luckily we don't have limited lives. We might have a bit of a problem. Luckily we're capping A again. So C is the most important right now. Because I don't believe they're going to be able to win without C. Mainly because they need that extra time. We held on quite nicely earlier, so... if I can get close enough to those enemy vehicles, then I can start melting their lives. I just got spotted by that tank. No, I did not. The only problem is behind that tank there's a lot of infantry. Hope that they all run past and don't notice me.
I'm out of ammo, brother.
Beautiful. Of course. Some of the weapons, if they're fully upgraded, are quite powerful. But the way they work is you have to do a random box, a random loot box, in order to try and get the loot you want. It makes it a bit more fair because the people who actually spend money cannot just spend money on buying the specific item they want. They have to first buy almost every other item before they get the item they want, but that also means that you have to go through the same. Keep buying until you get the item you want, or the modification you want. Which can sometimes take a while, and other times not really. Hey, you, burn. Oh no, I just got naded. Need somebody. You. Oh, thank you. So you're supposed to play this game. You're supposed to help each other survive and thrive on this battlefield. Should have damaged him quite a bit, so he'll go down and then I will be able to get some more. I do a lot of damage with the melter gun when they don't have any armor left. So regenerate that. Where's this Chaos Marine? As you can see, we are doing quite a bit of damage. Probably need to quickly just head over here, resupply, because that's going to resupply my health as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run down here. And use this guy's shield to check a couple of nades down there. And then my nades did their job. All we need to do is last 11 more seconds on C and it should be fine. It's all over because the most seconds start capping soon. So they're in trouble and we won! That was an entire 20 minutes of game time. We sadly did not get any accommodations. We weren't the best in anything, but we didn't do bad. We supported our team and that's what matters. We also made a total of 1,600. I would be getting this much if I had a premium account, but I do not, sadly. We were 13th, so there were a couple of people below us. Which is good to know. There's people below us. Look at that guy, 20 kills with melee. He just goes in and just starts beating people up. And the RP in this game is quite intense.